Hello Lash Lovelies, I'm Tiffany and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about adding a touch more drama with texture, adding spikes and creating a wispier look without all the weight. Okay, so we're going to make spikes and I'm going to show you how to do it so that they stay together and don't like open up at the top, which is what happens sometimes. So I'm coming in and I'm going to take a pretty good amount, like kind of like if I was making a mega volume fan, just like that. You can see it. I'm going to just touch the end into the glue so it kind of pulls that whole piece together, and then I'm going to come up here and pinch the top and then close it again. Open the tweezer and close it. And that will help keep your spiky at the top. To create added volume and texture to your, in length I should say, not volume, texture and length, you can apply a spike on an eyelash every like couple millimeters apart along the lash line. And then if you want them to look chunkier or more intense, you can apply a couple of spikes on lashes surrounding one. So have 2 or 3 in an area where the lashes are next to each other or on top of each other. I'm going to go ahead and make another one. This one's going to be a little bit bigger. Let's come in here and get it. A pretty good size chunk. Get that bottom part together so it sucks in, and then come up. Oh, this one's all nice and tight, so they're all working for me today. Open the tweezers and close them, and it should stay together in a nice spike. Hopefully I'll get a few that don't work the way so nicely. So now you can see I've got 2 together. So if you're going to see those on an eyeball, you're actually going to see them look more dense if they're together. All right, let's try another one. Maybe I'll have one that doesn't work so much for me and I have to put it back together. Oh, that one's going to do it. There's a crisscross in there. That sometimes happens. All right, you can see the top of this is kind of opened up a little bit. So we're going to put that there. Sometimes I like to bump the edge like that to hold that little piece in. And then I'll come back in, squeeze the top, open the tweezers, and then put it back. And boom, you have a pretty decent spike there. Put a little touch of glue, and I'm just going to start putting them on this sponge. Oh, I got a little wayward one. Okay. And you can do this. These, I would add your spikes about at least 1 millimeter, if not 2 millimeters longer than the lashes that are already on your client. So these would be applied towards the top of the top layer of the lashes, and you want them to stand out, so they would be a little bit longer, and you could use a curlier lash. So if the majority of what you're doing is a C curl, go ahead and use a D curl for your spikes. And they'll pop up and show quite a bit more. Here's one that's a little bit open. Put that together, turning it. That's already pretty spiky, and that's good. I'm using the sponge so you can get the effect. You can see when I put a couple together, you get this appearance that there's a heavier spike there, but you're actually using 2 separate lashes, so it's not super heavy. Here's one that's just 1 lash, and then 1 spike, and then these are 2 spikes. All right, let's come back. I'll do one more. I'll make a pretty good sized one. Some of these I feel like you can make them if they have really thick lashes. You can actually make a really pretty decent chunky one. Oh, I've got a wayward lash in there. Hold on. Rogue lash. Nice point. And like classic, you want the you don't want the natural lash to dictate the angle, because you do want some uniformity, generally speaking, unless you're doing like a crisscross lash. And then you do want them to be apart and kind of crazy, but these would be more of just your traditional spikes. So you want to add those from the inner corner to the outer corner, but not obviously all one length. You're going to increase the length, start shorter and increase the length as you get to the longer section, and then decrease as you taper to the outer corner. And that's basically how I create my spikes. Try adding some of those to your next client, and I think you might find a really cool textured look that your clients will enjoy. It adds a little more drama without a lot of weight, which is really nice. Thanks for watching my video. I hope it gave you some great ideas to try out and add to your existing look. If you're interested in some mapping ideas, check out Glitz Lash Studio on Instagram. I'm going to put that information in the description below. Why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can catch some more videos of mine in the future. Thanks.